And now, live from Pod Cabin in Burbank, California, it's the Allison Rosen is Your New Best Friend show. Tonight, Allison welcomes her guest. She's a comedian whose jokes are so clean you're going to want to eat your dinner off of them. It's Jenna Kim Jones. And he's a real man's man, a dude's dude, and a guy's father. It's hashtag Al. He's a writer and comedian whose shirt has earned him free admission to all of Pasadena's most exclusive douchebag clubs. It's Jordan Morris. Chef Jeff is here, fresh off his trip to Ireland, where, through a wild chain of events, he's become the newest lord of the dance. And my husband Daniel saying hop on board the Love Bus and say hello to your new best friend, Allison Rosen.
Allison Rosen, Allison Rosen is your new best friend. Allison, with her the good times never end. Allison Rosen, doing the wavy pencil dance again. Allison Rosen, Allison's your new best friend.
Hello, my little goober peas. Welcome to another exciting episode of Allison Rosen is Your New Best Friend. That particular carbohydrate, and yes, it's a real one. It is another word for boiled peanuts. Comes to us via Patreon. From Kathleen Brakefield. Yes, I am on Patreon. Patreon.com/Allison Rosen is where you go for all sorts of bonus content, behind the scenes stuff. I feel like I need a synonym for content. Material, what have you. You can see video of what you're hearing right now. Patreon people, get that reward. There's a level where you can text me and I will text you back. You can get bonus episodes of my Patreon bonus podcast. It's called The Friend Zone. Just had Daniel on. Before that, I had Betsy Sodaro on. I've had pretty much anyone you can think of. And I do mean anyone. I challenge, think of one person I haven't had on. Just think of one. Who'd you say?
James K. Polk.
I've had James K. Polk on twice.
Wow.
And then one more time. The first time was James K. Polk. The second time was James K. Polk Returns. And the third time was the return of James K. Polk. And then it's going to have to be James K. Polk Returns again, because you got to change it up each time. It's becoming really hard.
Yeah. Did he go there? Did Polk get real with you?
He went there and then some.
Whoa.
I said, reel it in, JKP. Yeah, it was a little much even for me.
Yeah.
I said, not the time and not the place, mister. And so we don't talk anymore. All that. And you can call us carbohydrate. Tell me what carbohydrates to call people. And if you sign up for a year, you get 2 months free, or you can just do it month by month. It's really up to you. This is such a fun show. I am delighted and tickled already, as I hope you are too. I can't wait to say hello to my guests. And I'm just going to start with someone that I never start with, because a running joke is that I say hello to Tony Thaxton like 40 minutes into the show. Sometimes I forget. But filling in for Tony, because he is on tour right now with his dumb rock band, is Colonel AK, or you might know him as Chef Jeff, who was in the Tony chair before there was a Tony chair for years. Jeff, welcome back.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
So nice to see you again.
You too. I miss you guys.
We miss you. Now, Jeff let us know right before we recorded that he has a little bit of a cold. He didn't realize this because he hasn't talked to anyone for 3 days, but his voice might go out. So that's what I call stakes, people. Will he make it through the show? No one knows. Will you?
Keeping it interesting.
I know. Thank you. I love a little bit of drama. Also joining us straight from Texas. What? And not from Texas. That was the weirdest thing. My brain, this is what happened. Look, I'm just going to say it. It's Jenna Kim Jones and hashtag Al. This is what happened. My brain said straight from Peachtree City. And then I'm like, that's too specific. And then I'm like, where they have a golf cart, just say Georgia. And out came Texas. I don't know what happened. Hello, welcome.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
You don't live in Texas, right?
I don't think so. Do we?
Last time I checked, no.
I defer to Al for all that
We wanted to choose
knowledge.
A swing state. That's where we wanted to be. So we thought Ohio, but then that was Georgia.
Winter. No
Georgia.
thanks.
Yeah, Ohio, no. No, but yes to Georgia. I don't know. Have you heard them called goober peas?
No, but we've had
Never.
boiled peanuts a few times. They're goober peas. I actually feel like it is a accurate description of what you are eating. They're slimy. They taste like beans.
You right now, before this episode even comes out, your friend and mine, Mary Catherine Ham, is
I know, she loves
firing
them.
off probably a fiery direct message because it's her boiled peanuts are her favorite food, I think.
Listen, MK, text me, girl. Tell me where to get the right ones. I don't hate them, but I think it's a thing that you have to grow up eating. Like, once you've eaten it so many times, you go like, oh my goodness, these are so good. Because they're salty. They're fun to eat. But they are also very slimy.
What's the fun of eating them, though?
You have to open it up. It's hot.
Yeah.
You have
It's
different
like
flavors in
sunflower
them.
Seeds.
But
Yeah, sunflower seeds. There's like a flavor to it.
unless
It's
you're
an
a
Yeah.
cockatoo, no thank you. I mean, sunflower seeds in the shell, no.
Yeah. But
Unless-
some people love that. I have family members who just like buckets of sunflower seeds. Again, I think it's something you like grow up doing and then you're like, this is fun. And then other people are like, I don't
get
I
it.
don't-
It's so
Why?
much work for the return.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, never had a boiled peanut, nor have I had a goober pea, but maybe one day. Jordan Morris, hello.
Hi,
Also
you-
not from Texas.
I was born in Beaumont, Texas.
What?
Yeah.
I knew it.
I know. No, I lived in I was born in Beaumont, Texas. I lived there. We lived there till I was like 3, and then my family moved to Orange County, where I grew up. So I think I don't, talk about the wide open plains of,
Beaumont?
Texas.
Texas.
Or, stride around in a 10-gallon hat. But I was technically born there. But I do consider Orange County to be where I grew up. So.
It's like on some level I knew that there was
Yeah.
a Texan among us.
Like you were setting me up for this awesome story about living in Texas till I was 3.
And boy, did it pay off.
Yeah.
Have you had a boiled peanut or goober pea?
No, but when y'all were talking about the work involved in getting the peanuts, I was kind of like, tell me more, because I'm a fidgety man. I enjoy, messing around with something, a rubber band, clicking a pen. These are things I really like. At the height of fidget cubes, I was like, yes, more clicks, more buttons, gimme. So yeah, when you mentioned that there was a like work intensive snack that I would have to use my little fingies to get, I was all ears. Tell me where to get these guys.
And especially because, and I'm not blowing up your spot, that's what the kids say, right? Because you've talked about it on the show. You've been like trying to adhere to a diet and it's been working for you, Jordan. So I feel like this combines your passions of fidgeting and being like calorie conscious.
Yeah, is a boiled peanut a snack for somebody who's watching the waistline? I don't know.
Well, actually, probably not really because, it's protein.
Yeah,
I
nuts
don't
in
know.
general are a pretty good snack, better than a potato chip, certainly.
I guess what I'm saying though is that like you got to put, it like takes time and effort. So it
Right.
seems like
I'll be
like them as
exhausted after
quickly.
opening all these peanuts.
For
Right,
me, it's just
exercise.
slowing down the delivery.
Yes.
Like I can't.
Oh,
I can't
right,
eat
yeah. You
12
can't
a
just-
minute. I can
Right.
only eat a cup 2 a minute.
like those bowls for dogs where it's like a labyrinth and you put the kibble. I don't know if they have these for cats. I don't know if cats need something like this, but like for your chubby dog, they'll have a bowl where it's slow. It's like a slow feeder. They can't scarf it down because they have to really work at getting the kibble into their mouth. It's cruel in a way.
Yeah, that I do. I have a chubby cat who will often eat so fast that she throws up. So I think she definitely needs a little maize. And maybe I need a little maize for when I get the Tapatio flavored Doritos.
Oh,
Have you had these?
Perhaps.
they're
I
so
didn't know
good.
there was such a thing. It sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Not a Dorito guy. Not a Dorito is one of those things where I want like 3 of them at a barbecue and I'm done. But I had the Tapatios and I'm like, this is it. I just want to eat this whole bag in the dark.
Why the dark? Because of the shame?
Yeah, a little shame attached to it. And hey, I'm revealing some baggage here, and maybe I need to proudly eat an entire bag of Doritos out in the light, out in public. Look at me, world.
Absolutely.
It's 2022, Jordan. We
Yeah,
are
you're
done
right.
with shame. Hello. Goodbye. I don't know, but I say it proudly.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to go to a crowded mall. And I'm
And
just
eat the
going
whole bag.
Yeah, I'm going to sit down at the fountain or wherever, eat a bag of chips and say, look at me. This is me. If you can't handle me at my and eat an entire bag of Doritos, you don't deserve me at my try to eat a boiled peanut.
Has anyone had the chili flavored Fritos yet?
Yeah.
No.
They're
Yes.
pretty good, and they
Yeah.
actually taste like chili. I just thought they were going to taste like some weird extra beef thing, but it tastes like chili.
Chili is in the stew, not like the pepper.
Correct.
Correct.
Gotcha.
Yep.
I'm into both.
Did you know, speaking of the place from which you hail, you, Jordan, not
Yes.
Jenna and Al, that apparently, and I might be saying something that's obvious to everyone, we are just starting with snack chat. It's nuts. I figured we'd get to that later because I should let everyone know where this is headed for people who like to have a roadmap. Jeff was just in Ireland and he sent us some Irish snack chats. So this is the first time. This is the first time in the entire pandemic that we're going to do a proper snack chat where we will each, except for Jordan, sorry, but Jordan will do it with his mind, be able to taste the thing that we're tasting and talk about it, which I'm very excited about. But anyway, real Texans get angry about putting beans in chili. To me, chili has beans in it, but that's like not a acceptable thing, I guess.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah. That's like a total thing. Yes.
I thought that was
Yes.
standard.
No, apparently not. Jenna, what do you know?
I have been to several chili cook-offs where this is just a very heated debate that beans do not belong in chili. It should just be meat, tons of meat, basically, and maybe some vegetables, tomatoes, whatever you put in that you like. But yeah, there's like a real, I don't know why or what's wrong with beans, but there is like a team bean, no bean situation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I get a little bit exhausted at the people who are super intense about those regional food differences. I have a ceiling for that if someone's from New York is yelling at me about pizza or whatever.
Right.
I definitely I have fun with that for about 4 minutes, but if someone really gets in your face about it, I just want to curl up and not have the conversation anymore.
You don't want to just dig in and be like, no, Detroit pizza is the best pizza. It's the only pizza that you don't want to do that. Start a war.
Yeah. And I'm not saying we should shut down the conversation topic on the podcast. I like it and I like talking to all of you, but I feel like you'll get approached by these intense dudes usually. Probably some complicated facial hair who really want to shake you down about what should or shouldn't go on a hot dog.
Yes.
Jordan, how do you feel about that commercial from our youth that was like, Pace, get a rope?
Oh, yeah. I mean, looking back on that, they were threatening violence, hanging or horse
worse.
dragging.
Over what? That it was Pace Picante?
Yeah, it was
Picante?
salsa from it wasn't from the real place, like New York City.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, which is, we know what that's code for in the salsa and other world. Anyway, you guys,
Yeah.
we have a lot to get to.
I'm tired of these salsa dog whistles.
That's right. We have a lot to get to. I need to hear about Ireland. Just to fill everyone in. There was a COVID exposure at Elliot's school, so we don't have childcare right now. So Daniel's inside watching the kids. So far, so good. Elliot did sneeze once, though, and I was like, "What's going on?" But I truly think it was just a sneeze. I am on guard though. But I think that they'll be joining us for Snack Chat. And it's been a while since we've done advice on the show. However, I received a question from a listener saying, I don't even know if you guys do advice anymore, but I have a question. And I could barely wait until the recording of this show because I was like, I am on fire with how I feel about this. And I wanted to just answer her privately, but I didn't want to deprive everyone of this. But first, I have to get to something less important, but it's on my mind.
That's why you're a pro, Rosen. Always thinking about the content. Think about the content. What can we make into content? We got to get this out there. I admire you.
Thank
Content
you.
creator, IP. You got to think of your IPs.
This
That's
is IP.
right.
Yes, this is now IP and can be turned into a Disney Plus show.
That's right. Thank you.
The advice
Okay.
segment.
So, I was having a conversation with someone about this is the most odious conversation, by the way, and that's not a reference to the character from Garfield. A conversation about like things we've noticed young people saying and doing that just are like working our nerves and bugging us. And she said that actually, wait, first I'm going to have, okay, I know I'm all over the place. Jenna, can you pronounce the word Singer?
Singer? Singer?
Yeah.
Doesn't that spell singer?
Correct. Yes.
Okay. I'm too dumb, I think, to answer this question.
Okay.
You thought it was going to
Now-
be some like fake out. We're like, no, wrong.
Yes, I'm pretty sure that's just the word singer, right?
Yeah. Now do like a Hanger, like that you put your clothes on.
Hanger?
Okay. All right. So she was saying she feels like you're passing with flying colors.
I did it right? Okay.
You're passing with flying colors. She has noticed a lot of people pronouncing the G like in
No.
words like singer.
Ugh.
And I said, I think that's a Utah thing. Hence, I wanted to hear how you say it.
Oh, I see.
Because if you pronounced it that way, I was going to have to swerve and pivot quickly. But you guys have done your impression of the Utah accent before. Is that a little bit Utah-y?
Singer. Yeah.
Singer.
Well, I feel like it's almost it sounds like more like an Instagram influencer or something.
Oh, maybe.
I'm a really great singer and I hang all of my designer clothes on my hangers and I really enjoy those kinds of, I'm trying to think of another word like that. Nope.
Well, I wear rings on my fingers.
I was going to say
Fingers.
as
Yeah,
well.
there you go.
This is fun.
And
That is how you say finger.
But see, the thing is, a lot of influencers,
Are from Utah.
of the really famous ones are from Utah.
Really?
So
do you have any
could be-
explanation for that?
No, but there have been articles written about like, why are all of these influencers from Utah? As so many, I went to high school with some of them. Like
Really?
there are so many. It's bizarro land. I don't know if it's whatever.
And there was that whole mom talk thing.
Oh, well, that's a whole thing. I just learned about that one. That was woo.
So
Swingers.
Swinger. And were they Mormon too?
I don't know.
Supposedly. Yeah. My guess is yes.
I only heard about that. I haven't seen. Jordan, do you know what we're talking about?
No, please. On this topic, I would love to linger. Linger.
Do you have to let it
Hey, guys.
Hey.
So hashtag mom talk on TikTok. I haven't watched any of the videos though.
Me neither.
But-
So my friend was explaining it to me.
Okay.
I'm not on TikTok. And so I was like, mom talk, like mom's talk. And they're like, no, dum-dum, TikTok, mom talk.
Right.
Yeah.
So I had to do that in my head first. And then I'm like, anyway, I just learned about this as well. Sorry, Allison.
It's okay.
There's also a book talk when I was talking to book promo people about how to promote the book. they talked a lot about, you have to get on book
yes.
talk.
It's like Bookstagram of the TikTok world.
Yes.
Okay,
And
I know nothing.
There's anything you can think of, there's the corner of TikTok devoted to that.
Yeah.
Yes. I should get on Pod Talk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I guess it's like there are these Mormon mom TikTok personalities. Jenna, stop me if I'm saying if it's wrong. But that it turns out that but are they related to the Real Housewives of
I don't
Salt
think
Lake City?
so.
No, okay.
I don't think so. I think it's literally just a bunch of moms. They're all friends, they're friends, and then they were swingers, sort of.
And they're swinging.
Soft. They call it soft swingers.
What does that mean?
Everything but actual sex, intercourse.
Just a lot of hugging a lot of other people's spouses.
It's like a lot of, I don't even understand it, but apparently one of them, I honestly have read 4 seconds of an article and I'm going to act like I know everything, but I don't. So there are people who are going to have to correct me. But essentially, this is what my friend told me. She said that there's a group of people, they're all famous on TikTok, and they're soft swingers, which I don't totally understand, except 2 of them went all the way.
Ooh.
They swung all the way.
They rounded third base and got waved home.
Yes.
I'm actually a soft serve swinger, which means I get ice cream with other people's wives.
And just chat.
But that's it.
Yeah. It's like, don't totally understand. But it came out like it was something happened and now they know. And so one of them might be getting divorced, but it's kind of unclear. But they're all supposed to be best friends.
Oh my God. You were just supposed to French kiss him. Oh my gosh.
We drew the line at 69ing. What you did was disgusting.
That was not canoodling.
Imagine policing that. My word.
Yeah, again, this is really basic. I actually have it like in the back of my mind, like, go figure out what's going on because someone's going to ask you about it. And here we are, and I didn't get to it yet. But
should we all pause and take 5 minutes to read the article?
I mean, we could, or we could just let someone fill us in.
That'd be great.
On Twitter.
I feel like, what hashtag should they use?
Hashtag soft swing.
Soft swing, yes. Okay. All right. Well, this actually leads us into the advice. Jeff, play something to indicate an advice question.
Didn't we have an advice something?
I feel like we did at one point.
What do I got?
Do-do-do-do. Horrendous accent alert.
That's as close as I have. Does that work?
That works. Okay. Hi, Allison. Longtime listener with some advice needed. I'm not sure if you even still do your advice segment anymore, but I'm writing with the hopes that you do. And then she put bullet points. I love that. The facts. My boyfriend and I are both 36. We have been dating for nearly 5 years. We love each other and have a generally good relationship. I have a health issue that makes traveling difficult. It is not impossible, and with some planning and effort, it can be done. Boyfriend loves traveling. The problem. Because of my health issue, boyfriend went on a trip to Asia several years ago without me. He went with a female friend. Let's call her Jolene. Jolene is married and has a child.
Uh-oh.
I have never gotten a full explanation as to why her husband does not travel with her. I expressed that I was not totally comfortable with my boyfriend traveling with another woman, but this was described as a once-in-a-lifetime trip that he had the opportunity to go on. I never want to stop him from doing something he loves because of my problem, so ultimately, though I was not comfortable with who he was going with, I didn't put up much resistance to the whole thing. This trip was not something that would have been possible for me to do with my health issue. It was humiliating during and after the trip when people would ask who he was traveling with, and I would have to tell them it was Jolene. The pandemic curtailed any traveling for the last couple of years, so this hasn't been an issue, but it has come up. So this hasn't been an issue that has come up again until now. Boyfriend came home the other night and said he was planning another trip with Jolene. I was very upset that he was going on another trip with her. He said I am vilifying him, and he was offended that I don't trust him, and then said that my feelings were a me problem, and it wasn't his problem that I feel this way. He said traveling is important to him, and it is something he needs to do. When I pointed out how hurtful it is to me, he said, he didn't ask me if I wanted to go. Wait, sorry. When I pointed, you know what? I'm just going to put my glasses on. Hang on a second. When I pointed out how Thank you. When I pointed out how hurtful it is to me that he, 1, didn't ask me if I wanted to go as well, or 2, didn't try to plan something with me to begin with, he said that traveling with me is difficult and not that fun, and sometimes he can't do all the things he wants because of me. While all that is true, it was extremely hurtful to hear the person I love basically tell me that my health issue is a real bummer for him. What is making this sting so much is that it is actually a trip I could likely handle. No, it wouldn't be exactly what he has planned now, but it is a place I would probably be able to go. I told him that I find it hurtful that he would say that, and also hurtful that he doesn't care how it makes me feel that he is going to travel with another woman. When I asked why he couldn't find someone else to go with, he just mumbles something about not knowing anyone else who wants to travel. Additional information. Jolene is in the same general friend group that boyfriend and I have. We also all work at the same company. Boyfriend and Jolene occasionally go for walks together. Jolene is well aware that I was not super into the idea of her and boyfriend traveling together by themselves. Despite knowing this, she once did a full 5 minutes on how funny she thought it was when they were in Asia that many people thought she and boyfriend were married. She continued while I sat there, I'm sure looking uncomfortable, until finally another person at the table said, well, it is a bit unusual for a man and woman not dating to go or to do this. The question, am I being crazy? It is weird, right, that they travel together. He is disrespecting me, right? Shouldn't he care about me enough to want to travel with him, even if it might be difficult? This is an extreme example, but all I keep thinking is, what if I were in a wheelchair? Would he then end up saying that being with someone in a wheelchair is a bummer in general, and therefore he's done with me? My heart says I need to leave. I feel I am being disrespected and don't want to spend the rest of my life feeling like this while he leaves for 3 weeks every year to gallivant around the world with another woman, but I fear I am being unreasonable with my feelings. Am I crazy for feeling this way? I don't want to throw away the life we have built and any possibility of a future, but I just can't feel like this and continue. He feels traveling is non-negotiable. He knows my feelings about who he has chosen to travel with and how I feel disrespected when he doesn't try to plan something with me. Any thoughts or advice would be appreciated. A fan needing advice. And then I, boiling over, wrote back a follow-up question. What is the sleeping arrangement when they travel? And she said, they share a hotel room or an Airbnb, which may be a room or apartment depending on where they are. And when I very, very clearly said I was not comfortable with this, the retort from boyfriend was, it's not like we share a bed. Now, thank you. I have had my head down reading this the whole time, so I haven't been able to see everyone's expression. What is your reaction to this?
This is the most Reddit career relationship advice question ever. Very Reddit.
Yeah. Yes.
I'd like to offer to get soft serve with this woman sometime.
Leave him.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Yeah, absolutely. What? I mean, obviously we're just getting one side, but I cannot imagine what he would say or explain to make me not think this is the biggest dick in the history of fucking dicks.
Yeah. Yeah. There's nothing redeeming.
No, this
here.
sucks.
I don't think.
Fuck this. Yeah, jeez.
Okay. In the beginning, they're not married and they don't have children together, or
Correct.
They do?
They've been together for 5 years and they're in love, is what she says. But no, they're not.
Okay.
We love each other and have a generally good relationship.
But no kids or anything.
Correct. And also, she didn't mention anything about like plans to get married or anything like that.
Right. I think that you have to move on. I think it's like I would say you need to find someone who is going to live life the same way you're going to live life, right? Like if you want, this guy needs to find a girl who wants to go travel all the time. Mm-hmm. She needs to find someone who can maybe adapt to whatever, or who wants the life, because some people don't want to travel all the time. Some people are fine with whatever, right?
Yeah.
So you should find someone who can align with you and go in that direction together.
Yes.
Yeah.
I concur. And there was a line in there towards the end of it where she said something to the effect of, "This isn't working and I can't go on like this." That's your answer right there.
Yeah.
I think it's not that, it could be not weird that he is traveling with another woman. But, I mean, I have gal pal friends that I have traveled with. But if you're dating someone, for you to pull that off, you have to do a lot of patty cake. Like, you need to really go out of your way to be like, I know, but trust me, everything's cool. You know, this is not a thing. And he's not doing any of that. He's not doing anything to comfort her and to make her feel comfortable. And in fact, he's just kind of making her feel bad for feeling weird about it at all. He's not trying at all. And I think that's your answer right there.
That's the red flag to me, is that he doesn't seem to care about her feelings, and he seems to be acting indignant and inconvenienced by her feelings.
Right.
Like, I don't know where you go from there.
Her feelings are not a her problem. It's a relationship problem.
Yeah. And I mean, I read it to Daniel, or I ran it, but I didn't read it, but I ran it by Daniel. And Daniel, this is going to be a bummer for her to hear. So this is just his stab at it. But he's like, oh, something's going on between them. The fact that they're sharing a room and things like that. And I was like, well, she's married.
Okay. What the fuck?
I don't necessarily think that, but I don't know. The whole situation makes me uncomfortable.
It seems like it's maybe like, even if they're not like doing anything, it seems like perhaps as much an emotional affair as it is with, you know, even if it's not physical or whatever, it does seem like there's that other element of it there too.
The only way it could work is if the traveling woman is really good, on good terms and good friends with the wife. If they were really good friends and there was some trust there and it was like, yeah, she's like his sister.
Right.
She really felt like that. That would be one thing. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Maybe nothing is going on between the two of them, but they're definitely crossing a line or getting really close to crossing a line. And he doesn't seem to be concerned with that appearance that he's crossing a line.
Right.
That's what's weird.
Yeah, I think, and it's one of those things where it's like, all right, maybe there's someone else he would date that would be like okay with this. Someone who is just like, so, you know, just doesn't care about this. And I think it's just, it is kind of what Jenna said. It is like, okay, this guy wants to live his life in this way where he takes trips with, you know, other people of, you know, various genders, and they share hotel rooms, and it's like, all right, well, you know, whether or not we're comfortable with that is a thing, but like, more importantly, you're not comfortable with that. And it's the thing you want is not insane. The thing you want is fine. And if you like, you know, want that, then you should have it. I don't think anybody would tell you that what you want is out of line. Like, again, maybe there is someone he can date who is like, yeah, cool, go for it. And he should date that person, you know? Right. And yeah, like what you want isn't crazy. And I think that's like something that is good to hear sometimes because I think we are kind of taught a little bit to like doubt what we want or to like think that we're being unreasonable. And I think that happens a lot. And I'm positive that happens more for women than it does men. So yeah, I think sometimes it's nice to hear that like what you want isn't crazy.
And sharing a hotel room?
Yeah, what's up with
I
that?
know. I know. I have a lot of like I am a guy who has like a lot of I have a lot of female friends. I have and it like absolutely in the past I have like dated people who have felt weird about it, and you know, I will totally like, I'm sure at some point I have been inconsiderate, and you know, hopefully I've learned from that, but like, yeah, even at my most pally-aroundy with a female friend, I don't think I would share a hotel room if I was dating somebody.
Well, and if you're going on a 3-week trip, that's a pretty expensive trip. So it's not like, you know, I've shared hotel rooms with God knows who because we were all
that
broke-
too. It's
broke.
not like we're driving to the Hoover Dam and need to like stop. Yeah, I know. Like another country. It's another country.
Yeah. When I was a broke
Right.
early 20-something, and a bunch of people would dogpile into a room or whatever, that's fine. But it's like, you're going for 3 weeks and you all have a job where you work together. You can't get separate hotel rooms.
Right.
Like, that's
that too.
that's a little much. Anyway, for this to be cool, this guy would really have to be making a really big effort to make her feel comfortable. And he's not doing that at all. He's actually making her
Yes.
feel wildly uncomfortable for even
Right.
questioning it. And I don't think that's a great sign.
Right.
Jenna had to, when we first started dating, Jenna had to get really okay because I had a work wife.
Mhm.
And
Oh, really?
I constantly referred to this lady, and I'd say, "Oh yeah, we'll call her I don't know,
Jolene?
Sarah,
Jolene,
Jolene.
too.
We'll call her Jolene. Yeah, oh yeah, Jolene. We're going out to dinner tonight." And she'd be like, "Who is this Jolene?"
Well, I just finally we'd only been dating for a few weeks, but he kept talking about Jolene all the time. So I finally just said, like, y'all, you need to give me the information on this Jolene. What is her
I was like-
situation? Why do you hang out all the time?
Oh, and like, well, we would travel to the same hospitals together to work, and I'm like, oh no, when we go out to dinner, sometimes the servers will go like, "Are you here with your grandson?" Oh, and I'm like, no, colleagues, we're colleagues. I'm like, yeah, no, there's like 35
Are you
years
here with your
difference.
colleague?
Yeah, I'm like,
Such a lovely couple of colleagues.
like, oh, and she's like, "No, I like it because sometimes I hope they think maybe we're dating, and I got this extremely younger man." I'm like, okay, Jolene. Okay, Jolene.
Yeah, so I had to figure that out. And then I was like, it's fine. We're good. You and Jolene, she sounds great. I like her a lot. No, I think this girl, you gotta put away all those insecurities. Like, am I crazy? Is this wrong? Whatever. And it's going to take a lot, because if you do end up ending this relationship, you're still going to work with him unless you get a new job as well.
And
It's going
Jolene.
to be very
Yeah,
difficult.
what a fucking shit show.
It's-
They all work
it's going
together.
to-
Yes.
Yeah,
That
I mean,
sucks.
it's hideous and it's going to be awful. And you're probably going to feel bad about yourself, or maybe like, what if I don't find anyone else? All of those terrible thoughts are going to cross your mind. But the reality is, I'm saying this like I'm actually talking to her, but you are not crazy. He is not treating you well. If this is not a relationship you want to be in, it's okay to walk away. Even if you think you're in love, even if you feel like you're in love, that's not the life you want.
That's right.
And look into the sunk cost fallacy.
Oh, yes.
FALACY. So there's a little bit of that there where,
Right.
we've been going out for 5 years. I don't want to give this up. Not a factor. And maybe tell him the next time he goes to Thailand for 3 weeks or whatever, you're going to rent out the bedroom to some guy from the Netherlands that's backpacking across the U.S. See how he
Dashing guy.
That is the hottest area of the world, the Netherlands. It's right there in the name, huh?
There's a little bit of gaslighting going on too, I think.
There's
Yeah,
total
totally.
gaslighting.
Yeah.
I almost feel like I'm wondering, it's all, and maybe it's all subconscious, but I almost feel like he's like calling her bluff, like treating,
sabotaging the relationship.
yeah, like I dare you, I dare you to stay with me or something. Like,
Right.
he's almost like, I can do whatever I want. I know this isn't fair because I don't know what's going on, but his behavior is like he doesn't care whether she sticks around or not. It seems like it.
It seems, and again, like you said, this is going to sound harsh, but it's almost like abusive in that, like, well, you have a medical condition and I can just do whatever I want, and you are just going to stay with me.
Yeah.
And great, this is, I get whatever I want, and that's gross. That's not fair to you at all.
And even
Yeah.
like,
Because he was using her own stuff against her. Like,
Because here's the thing, like,
That's
and I
mean.
feel like I suspect it's the same with Jenna and Al. Like, if Daniel felt strongly about something, even if I thought it was insane, and I'm sure there have been things
Right.
like that, because I love him and because we are in a relationship together, it's still important to me, even if like I said, even if I think it's insane, unfair, irrational, it still matters to me, and vice versa.
Right.
I'm sure there's plenty of things that we both have like, I don't get it, but because you feel that way, it's important to me and we'll find out, so even if he like, let's say even if there's nothing going on between him and Jolene and he feels like this is silly, you should be totally fine with them traveling together. It should be important to him that he's not making you feel insecure. And he instead doesn't seem to give one shit. And that's what's pissing me off.
Yeah.
This is minor. This is absolutely not his worst infraction, but can we stop making travel a personality, everyone? Can we stop?
Honestly,
I'm alive when I'm traveling. Shut the fuck up. Everybody likes traveling. Stop. Everybody,
how do we feel about?
I just need to travel. I love the museums when I travel and the food when I shut up.
Yeah.
How do we feel about
really?
hiking?
You like to travel? Oh, you like to do that thing that everybody likes to do, that everybody has people. Everybody saves up a ton of money to go do. Imagine that.
It's like when a horoscope says like, you love your loved ones, but you also like a little alone time. Yeah, everyone. That's all humans. All humans in the fucking world, to a different degree sometimes. But yeah, anyway, travel. I just love. Shut up.
I also feel like there's a little bit. Sorry.
Go ahead. No, go, Jeff.
No. After you.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, I'm the opposite. Like, I make my personality like, why would I want to go anywhere and sleep in a bed that's not mine?
This
that's
is revolutionary.
less comfortable, okay? Like, come on.
Right.
Sorry, Jeff, go
Airbnb
ahead.
gross.
But with this guy, I feel like there's a little bit of, he doesn't really want to be in this relationship, and
that's what I was trying to get at. Yeah,
and
maybe.
He's misbehaving. And so he's going to put it upon her to end the relationship and then say, oh, well, I'm a good guy. She just dumped me because I like to travel and she didn't want to.
I love your dumb guy voice.
Yeah, that's my dumb guy voice.
Sounds a little like Joey Ramone.
Welcome to my nightmare.
Do they live together?
I don't know. I suspect they do.
Ugh, it's even worse.
Yeah. God, nightmare.
I think, Allison, you nailed it. He, regardless of what's going on or if it's weird that he's traveling with a woman, he should give a shit.
Yeah.
He should give a shit about
mean.
the appearance. He should give a shit about her feelings. And that's the red flag, that he does not give a shit.
This guy sucks. You deserve better.
Yeah, you can do better.
And she knows it. She said she knows in her heart she has to go. So, do it.
Yeah,
do what
sometimes
you
just
need
need confirmation from a podcast. Sometimes you need a
Sometimes
podcast
you
to
need-
tell you you're doing the right thing.
Yeah. Some randos
Yeah.
in
That's
Georgia
right.
or Texas or wherever.
I write to the Slate Political Gab Fest before I make every decision. They never help me out.
The great advice from the great Phil Rosenthal that he said on your show, Allison: always quit.
I know. I love that.
Always quit.
Listen, you guys. Too often you have to choose between snacks that are delicious or snacks that are good for you. Finally, there's one that's delicious, good for you, and good for the planet. I'm talking about Airly. These are crackers that are climate friendly. Airly recently launched the world's first climate friendly crackers that actually remove greenhouse gases from the air. They put their carbon footprint right on the package. Each box removes between 18 and 21 grams of carbon dioxide from the air. Available in 4 delicious sweet or savory flavors, including cheddar, sea salt, chocolate, and my personal favorite, salted caramel. Whole grain oats are always the number one ingredient, and they are made with 100% real cheese, cocoa, butter, and brown sugar. I enjoy all of them, and I love that they're good for the planet, and they taste great. We have all of them here. Well, we don't anymore because we went through the box of salted caramel crackers so fast. The sea salt ones are really good. The cheddar, they're all really good. We still have some of the chocolate ones left, but those are going to be gone really fast too. But I need to get my hands on more of the salted caramel and more of the sea salt. But I'll take Airly, if you're listening, I'll take more of all of them, please, or I'll just go out and buy them. They're available at select retailers and online at Amazon.com and Airly Foods. Go to Airly Foods, AIRLY Foods.com/bestfriend to take a delicious bite at a climate change, and be sure to use our promo code BESTFRIEND at checkout to save 25% off your order. Plus, Airly is so confident you'll love these things. They're backed by 100% satisfaction guarantee. don't like them for any reason, they'll refund your money. Easy as that. Remember, get your next box of climate-friendly and seriously totally delicious crackers at Airly Foods, AIRLYFOODS.com/bestfriend, and use the best friend promo code to get 25% off. And hey, thank you, Airly, for sponsoring this episode. Excuse me. I got part of the Jeff affliction where I can't talk. Okay. I think in a moment we should do Irish snacks, snack chat. But Jeff, tell us about Ireland.
Ireland. I went to Ireland. I just got back this past Monday, and it was great. It was a trip that I was supposed to take in March of 2020, and it got canceled for, I don't remember why. The world ended, and so we had to cancel the whole trip because of COVID, and so we finally redid the trip, and I went with my buddy Frank and his family, and it was a lot of fun. It was my first trip to Europe, and the Irish people were awesome. The Irish people are so great. They're so nice, but it did take me a full 2 days to actually really almost meet an Irish person. You know, I just got off the plane and I was like, oh my God, I'm so excited. I can't wait to hear an Irish accent, you know, that's that great brogue and all that. And we'd be walking down the street and I'd see some couple and I'd say, oh, look at this cute Irish couple. They're so Irish. They're so cute. And then they'd be walking by and they'd be like, Tommy, I lost the fucking dock code to the Airbnb. What the fuck? Everybody was just American there. And once we got out of Dublin, we met some Irish people. And it was great. It was beautiful. And so we were in Dublin for two and a half days. And that was great. The food was amazing. I did make a run to Tesco, or Tesco Express, which is kind of like a fancy 7-Eleven. And the second day I was there, I went shopping hungry and bought all of this weird Irish terrible food, like convenience store type food. But I was like, I'm going to eat some Irish food. And so I got these pies, and it was like a steak and kidney pie. I forget the brand name, but it had this like masculine guy on the front. And the slogan was, just heat and eat, lads. And I actually thought of Al when I saw this. I was like, Al would buy this. He would eat this.
Just heat and eat.
Just heat and eat, lads. And it was pretty good, but I ate too many of them.
Fuck it. Who says you need to heat it?
Exactly. Just
cram it in there. Cram it in there, lads.
So I ate 2 of those pies. And then I also got black and white pudding, which, just a little hint, it's not pudding. It's sausage.
Oh.
Yeah, sure.
Ish. And the black pudding, guess what part of an animal makes that? Well, it's not black, but...
Is it blood?
It's blood.
Mm.
So it's...
Were you expecting like Jell-O pudding, like a dessert?
No, I actually I
Oreo?
didn't know what it was. I mean, I knew that it was some meat thing that was not actually pudding, but I had no idea really what was in it. And then I started eating it, and I said, "Oh, the secret ingredient is blood."
Does it taste like blood?
But
No, it's just like real salt. Well, I don't know what blood tastes like, but I guess I do now. It was
so
just
pudding is savory in Ireland? Or because in England, don't they call everything dessert pudding? Like, I
England
swear
calls
they do.
all things pudding.
Everything is
Like
pudding,
your car
right?
keys are like, your car keys are your puddings.
your car pudding.
Money is
pretty
pocket
certain
pudding.
When I watch The Crown, all they do is talk about pudding.
Yeah,
and I
that
always
could mean
assumed
anything.
it was okay.
That could be the Magna Carta,
Paper pudding. That
Yeah.
paper pudding, that papyrus pudding.
the law pudding.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. But these were clearly some kind of sausage thing, so I wanted to try them. And I had no idea how to cook them, but I figured it out. But other than that, the food was really amazing. I had maybe... Oh, there's Daniel and the kids.
Hey.
Oh, my goodness.
Hi, guys.
Daniel and
Hey,
the
everybody.
kids.
Hi, everyone.
What's happening?
Hi.
Hey, kiddos.
We're hearing
Mom,
about
no.
some pudding that Jeff ate in
They
Ireland.
can't
and
hear
it,
you. Hold on. I don't know how to do this so that they can hear you.
Well,
and I
I'll
can
just
hear
tell
you.
you, and then
shirt.
you tell
All
them what I'm saying. We're
Okay.
hearing about some pudding Jeff ate in Ireland, and it was not what he expected.
Okay, so they're hearing about pudding that Jeff ate in Ireland.
It was actually sausage.
It was sausage.
We were talking about
pudding?
soft swinging earlier.
All right, let's
Where you do
Okay.
everything but. Kids.
Okay, let's.
Okay, you guys want to say hi?
Hi. Hi.
There you go.
Aw.
Hi, Jenna and Al and Jordan
Hey.
Hi.
and Jeff.
Hi.
What's happening, everybody? All right.
Let's try some snacks. What should we start with, Jeff?
The song.
Snack chat. Snack chat. Snack chat.
So
All right.
I got Coca-Cola flavored Tic-Tacs.
Ooh.
I got wine gums, which appear to be their version of like gummy things. And I think that, the company that makes them is a big Irish company. I sent Jenna the packaging.
Yes, honey.
I sent half to Allison and half to Jenna and Al. And I sent the packaging along with Jenna and Al's because it so looked like drugs when I was packaging it. Like whatever x-ray machine it went through
Yeah.
at the post office. The gummies look like edibles and the Tic Tacs
They do.
clearly were pills. So I included the packaging. I think it's Richie's is the name of the company. And then also some
Not yet.
they're essentially cookies, but they're tea biscuits called digestives, which
All right. So
is a terrible name, but you can sort of convince yourself that it's medicine when it's digestive. So I would say start with the well,
Oh, nice.
Hey guys, hang on. Tell
and
them
the malt-
to pipe down.
Are they saying Zune?
Guys, try to keep
Oh, and I
your voice
forgot
down.
about the Maltesers. So I love a malted milk ball. Those are above and beyond normal malted milk balls.
Let's try those. Daniel, I gave
Okay,
you
guys,
3,
first-
so one for you and the
Okay,
kids.
not yet on this one. We'll do the malted milk ball first.
I brought the whole box of malted milk balls back, and there were 8 left, I think, that I split between the two of you.
Okay, hold on, guys. Here we go.
Sorry, Jordan.
No, this is great. I'm loving it. I'm anxious to hear what everyone thinks. I should say I was a late addition to the show, so I didn't get the snacks. But,
Delicious.
I'm anxious to hear what you think, and I'll just after everyone is done, I'll say what I think I probably would have thought.
Okay, great.
That is way better than a Whopper.
Way
Isn't it?
better than a Whopper.
Yeah.
There's a
I ate
lot
one
of
with no malt
in
in it.
Yeah. I hate
Very
Whoppers.
malty.
Mine just had
It's
good
because-
caramel in it.
This is nice chocolate. The Whopper, you're basically just eating wax.
Yeah,
How is it?
that's a
Elliot?
good point.
Yeah.
Elliot
Oh,
did
you
not
didn't
like it.
it? Oh.
Owen,
I didn't like it.
ask Owen what he thought.
Owen, what do you think, Owen? How is it?
Good.
Good.
Nice.
All right.
Seal of
We've got
approval.
mixed results over here.
I liked it. It was softer than a Whopper too.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, it doesn't have quite the.
Oh,
Yeah.
we got to change
Stale.
vote. What's that? Say that again, Owen.
I not like it.
Oh. Okay.
Snuck up on him.
Okay.
All right.
All right,
What's
Daniel, what do you
next?
think? Should we try?
No, I tried it. Yeah.
I would try the
haven't tried it.
Tic Tacs next
All
because
right.
they.
Okay,
Okay.
we're gonna do
I had
these.
one of those, and they sort of sneak up on you. The flavor doesn't
Okay,
hit you
good.
at first.
Look,
Takes
So
a little
I
while
should-
to kick in.
Oh, Jordan,
You
what
gotta
do you
chew
think
these
you would
now.
think
Chew
of the
what do
malt?
you mean?
I like Whoppers a lot, so I think if this is a better
Candies.
Whopper, I
Yeah.
would have liked it a lot. Although maybe
Yeah.
it has some Whopper-like qualities that I would miss. So I'm going to say I probably would have liked this.
Like the
Good call.
stale.
What did it
Yeah, I kind of
taste?
like the waxiness of the
Coca-Cola.
Whopper
Waxy.
that you don't like, Jenna, but I think
This is
you
interesting.
eat it, Owen?
It tastes like Coke.
These are good.
Tastes
Just
like
so
Coca-Cola.
weird. Yeah.
I like it.
That's good.
This is amazing.
What'd you guys think?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that.
Okay, that's next, honey.
Yeah, I
Yes,
would
What did you
please.
think of the candy? Did you like it, Owen?
Yeah.
Okay, Elliot,
I'm
what do you
trying to
think?
swallow it.
You got to chew it first.
Here's the thing.
Ow.
He's so cute.
How does it taste? Is it good? Did you hurt yourself? What happened? Did you bite your
Uh-oh.
lip?
Uh-oh, what's going on?
What happened? Did you hurt your tooth?
Snack chat injury, possibly.
He's finding out
With his
that he
tongue.
hates
You gotta-
Coca-Cola.
Oh,
Man down.
the most
Oh,
dangerous segment.
no.
okay.
Oh.
Oh, honey.
Poor sweetie, that hurts. How does it taste, though?
Good.
Okay, we got 3 goods over here.
3 goods.
Okay. Yeah, it's pretty tasty.
These are delicious, but call me when they make Diet Coke ones, okay?
Yeah, they have a real Coke Zero flavor.
What color do you want?
Um,
That's fine.
Oh, I guess they're going
We're doing
for
the
gummies,
guys.
All right.
I feel
How
the gummies,
wasted are these going to make me?
I think, are they actually
know.
wine flavored? Because they have a real wine smell.
Yeah, they have a non-sweet smell to them.
Are they
think so.
actually made with wine? Because, I've never had a drop of alcohol in my life.
I would assume not.
Mine tastes like lemon. These are not wine tasting.
Oh, because they smell.
They have a very
How is the
weird
gummy?
smell,
They smell
Allison.
like
I'm
vinegar.
with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, we will. Owen,
Oh
how
my
is
God,
the gummy?
my children like them because I'm like not even wanting to. I'm afraid of them.
No, these are good. They're
Okay.
good.
It's
Yeah,
just
they
the right
smell-
amount of resistance. It's like not quite dot level, but it's not
Yes,
sweet
Owen,
as
hold on.
fish either.
I'm loving what you're throwing down, Al. Some
Yeah.
resistance is real nice in the mouth with the gummy. I know what you mean. I would
Thank
love
you.
would love a little mouth resistance right about now.
What color should I go for, guys? What color is everyone springing
How
for?
is it?
The green,
How is
the
it,
green
Elliot?
one
Tell
was
him.
really good.
Yummy.
Yummy.
Nice.
Did you have the gummy, Owen? Did you eat the gummy?
Oh yeah,
I need another
Good,
they
right?
need to
Was it
work
good?
on their scent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I
strong
need
enough.
to eat another one.
Okay.
Now,
I give
did-
Richie's wine gums 2 enthusiastic thumbs up.
Nice.
They're surprisingly good.
Do they
So
smell?
good.
Do they smell weird individually, or is it just the bag? Like, does each one have its own smell?
It's just an odd smelling.
Yeah.
And they have the name of different kinds
the
of
last
wine
one is
on
this.
them. Like it says like Chablis or Rioja.
Oh yeah, this has port. Oh, interesting.
Oh,
This
that's
one
fine.
says gin.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Gin
just
is
gin.
wine in Ireland.
All right, you guys. Here we go.
Mine tastes like strawberry.
Strawberry.
Your cookie tastes like strawberry?
All right. Seems they've moved on to the
I don't know about that.
So I think mine tastes like chocolate.
Yeah, it's chocolate.
So I grew up on digestives.
Mine
Oh, really?
tastes like
In
chocolate.
Korea, we had
Oh,
them
yeah.
as well. And we ate them like crazy.
Yeah.
They're so good. When
They're
you
so
said
good, and they're good with tea and coffee,
They're
and they're
so
so
good.
cheap over there. I wanted to buy some because they've been recommended to me, and we'd go to whatever store, and a huge tube of them was like literally like 40 cents.
Hey.
They were so crazy cheap.
They're
Are they
so good.
chocolate?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The ones I sent over have chocolate on
These
top
are
of
good.
them, but the regular ones they're just plain cookie.
Gotcha.
Yeah, they have non-chocolate version, but why bother?
Yeah.
McVitie's. So it's like a little cracker cookie thing with chocolate on top.
Oof,
They're
dang,
good.
That's good.
Okay, Elliot, what do you think of the cookie?
Good.
Owen, what do you think?
It's good.
There you go.
He's good.
They also have a version made from oats called Hobnobs.
Ooh.
Yeah. Oh, hobnobs are.
The best.
These are the ones.
Sounds like something a soft swinger would do.
Swinger.
Europe does like mass market grocery store chocolate so well. Like their
Yes.
just stuff you buy in a gas station is so good compared to our stuff you buy in a gas station. And I like our stuff you buy in a gas station. Not a knock to our impulse buy treats, but yeah, the like just Cadbury stuff in England is so good.
Yeah. And the cheese in Ireland was amazing. We went to the
Oh, yeah.
store and we just bought the store brand of I forget what kind of cheese, and it was better than anything you get here almost.
Daniel, will you ask them what their favorite was?
Okay, guys, what was your favorite candy? Owen, you go first. What was your favorite?
Cookie.
Cookie. Okay, Elliot, what was your favorite?
I think those are white things.
Oh, the Coca-Cola Tic-Tacs.
Oh.
Surprise.
Controversy.
They were good.
Eat those. Let me eat those.
You can have more. All right. Why did you like the cookie so much, Owen?
That's good.
It's just good. Okay, why did you like the Tic Tac so much, Elliot?
I don't know.
Excellent.
He's still thinking about it.
Thanks,
doesn't know.
guys.
All right.
Daniel,
Bye,
what'd you
everyone.
like
Good
best?
to see you.
Bye.
Bye.
Cool.
Daniel,
to
what'd you
Bye.
like best? Daniel. Okay. That was fun.
I think he liked the wine gummies the best.
So I have been trying to get off, and I've actually done fairly well switching to water and not drinking my Refreshe sodas anymore.
What? Why?
But you love Refreshe. It's
I know.
part of your deal.
Listen.
It's my
I'm shocked.
personality.
This is like
Some
Dylan
people-
going electric. I feel
know.
betrayed.
Some people
Water
love-
can suck a dick. I don't like it that much.
right? It's like it's like some people love to travel. I love
Yeah.
soda. Because I was suffering. I think I've talked about it, and I feel bad that I made people listen to it, because when people talk about dental issues, I tune out so fast, and I can't believe I devoted like 2 episodes of the show to talking about going to the dentist. And I know that everyone here was on those episodes, so I'm sorry. I was suffering enamel loss, and we suspected it was coming from the sodas.
Oh my gosh.
What?
Oh, bummer.
I had a kidney stone very early in life, and when I had it, that was what the doctor said. It was from a like lifetime of 9 parts soda, 1 part water.
How early in life are we talking?
It's like 24.
Oh,
It is early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was not fun. So yeah, now that started me on just chugging water. So
this is all
I still
very
like,
depressing news for me.
I'm not fully committed. But so anyway,
we still have
we've
the
been trying to get-
occasional refresh. Don't deny yourself the occasional refresh.
Oh yeah, I still sneak it in.
Okay,
But so
that's good.
we're trying to get Owen to be more hydrated, because he's like battles constipation, and it's a whole thing.
Sure.
Which I've also made everyone listen to. It's an ongoing thing. And he doesn't. Whereas Elliot does not like carbonation. Elliot really likes just water.
Mhm.
Like a normal human being. Owen does not like just water. So I'll give him water, and I'll put Owen has become now like the receptacle for all of the sodas, because I still have, so many of them around. So I'll put like a little bit of one of my old sodas fresh in there. And so today he drank it, and he goes, "I love that soda. I love good soda, Mommy." I was like,
Sounds like he's auditioning for a commercial.
I know.
No.
I love that
He's
soda.
holding the can label out.
What's with second children loving soda? Dylan.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
obsessed. In fact, she saw these today because I had them on the counter, and she went like, "Coke Tic-Tacs? Can we try those, Mom?" I mean, she loves soda. Like, I have to remind her to drink water. Same thing. Like, no, you may not have it. You cannot. You have to drink water.
Jenna, as a soda head, have you drank out of a Coke Freestyle machine?
I have.
Do you like
it? I think it is. I think it is a lesser soda.
Interesting. That's the opposite of my feeling.
Really?
Yeah,
The freestyle,
Huh?
where you push the button and
Mhm.
it all comes out the same spout.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
I love that soda cloaca where everything comes out of the same spout.
Wait, but are you like? Do you like crazy flavors? Like you're like, give me that lemon lime strawberry Fanta.
Yeah.
Or okay.
Yeah, I do like that. I do like the like flavor mashup element
Yeah.
of it. And and maybe could be that soda's a little more of an occasional thing for me, and I just like that
Right.
I'm drinking a soda. Basically, that's probably what's going on here. But the times I have had it, I do. Part of me is like, this is the perfect like ratio, mix, carbonation, syrup. They always taste like a home run to me.
This is you've had good freestyle experiences, because I have found that unless the place who owns the freestyle is taking exceptional care of their freestyle machine,
Maintenance could be an issue.
it's a real hot mess, because I've had some really bad Diet Coke from a freestyle, but it's like usually the place you can tell
Sure.
needs some help. So, and I've heard, we have met a lot of people here who work for Coca-Cola because it's based in Atlanta. And I've had a lot of conversations. I usually like to bend their ear pretty good. And I like to really get into the nitty gritty of the soda details. And they have said that the freestyle machine needs cleaning like every day, basically,
Oh,
to like
interesting.
maintain its gloriousness.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, but
So
do
then
they-
I like get nervous around the freestyle. Like, is it going to be bad? Because nothing bums me out more than a bad soda.
What do they use to clean it? That's what has me nervous. The idea that if people use white vinegar for cleaning out things, because the idea, I have a real aversion to white vinegar.
Oh, you do? See, I love vinegar. I'm like, just douse it on everything. I pour vinegar down I put vinegar in my laundry sometimes.
I know people do that. They swear by it, but the smell of it,
amazing.
Benefits?
It cleans your clothes a little better, and your clothes come out softer.
Oh.
It's awesome. You just pour a little vinegar in your washing machine when you're going to do your laundry. I love it.
Just where you put the detergent?
I just pour it right into my clothes.
Huh.
I
Yeah,
use it as a fabric softener too.
yeah, it makes your clothes really soft. Mhm.
Vinegar's amazing.
I
Cleans
love
drains.
vinegar.
Cleans everything.
you don't mind the smell. The smell of white vinegar doesn't bother you.
Mm-mm. No.
Ugh.
My
Reminds me of
grandma
Easter
used
eggs a
to.
little bit.
My great grandma used to sip it after every meal. She would stand
yeah.
Wow.
at the sink and sip, and she lived till she was like 98. 2 or 3 spoonfuls every meal.
Of
She
white
would have lived to
vinegar.
105 if she didn't do that.
Yeah, right.
I like salad dressing vinegar and the other vinegars, but distilled white vinegar, the smell of it, it's like my very least favorite smell of all the smells.
Wasn't there an apple cider vinegar like health trend recently?
Yes.
Maybe it's still going on, but I feel like I talked to people who would like try and explain apple cider vinegar to me, and I would always zone out before I obtained any of the necessary information.
Yeah, there's a Venn
Yes.
diagram between them and kombucha as well, and I also
Right.
can't really get behind kombucha. What about you guys?
Same.
wait.
I tried apple cider vinegar because I don't do kombucha, and it is so bad tasting. And I have friends who are like, "Oh, it's fine. You get used to it. You just chug it down."
I
And
don't want to get used to it. Yeah.
it's too hard. It's too much. And you make your own mix. You put a little honey in it to make it worse, or I don't know. It's just the whole thing is
needs to
a
be
nightmare.
worse.
Yeah, kombucha.
This was
My
worse.
take is I like tea and I like sauerkraut, but I don't like them together. And that's what kombucha tastes like.
Yes, that's what it smells like.
You know who I bet would have had no problem with apple cider vinegar? Al's ancient grandma.
For sure.
Probably not. Yeah, she'd probably be just fine.
Chug it.
Yeah.
Listen, I want to tell you guys about FrameBridge. It's an amazing new service. Although I've used them before, so they're not brand new. FrameBridge makes it super easy and affordable to frame your favorite things, from art prints and posters to the travel photos sitting on your phone. With Father's Day around the corner, FrameBridge also makes the perfect gift. In fact, select gifts ship next day. Here's how it works. Just go to framebridge.com and upload your photo, or they'll send you packaging to safely mail in your physical pieces. Preview your item online in dozens of frame styles and gallery wall layouts. Choose your favorite or get free recommendations from their talented designers. The experts at FrameBridge will custom frame your item and deliver your finished pieces directly to your door ready to hang. Instead of the hundreds you'd pay at a framing store, their prices start at $39 and all shipping is free. Plus, my listeners will get 15% off their first order at framebridge.com when they use my code BESTFRIEND. Order online at framebridge.com or stop by a FrameBridge store to work with a designer in person if you're in New York, DC, Atlanta, Philly, Boston, or Chicago. I have a number of FrameBridge pieces in my home, and I have a Jenna Kim Jones going away present photo that I used FrameBridge to frame. I think she's going to hold it up. Get started today. Frame your photos or send someone. There it is. The perfect gift. Go to framebridge.com and use promo code BESTFRIEND
That's a nice frame.
to save an additional 15% off your first order. Just go to framebridge.com, promo code BESTFRIEND, framebridge.com, promo code BESTFRIEND. All right. Let's see. Jeff, I feel like maybe we didn't finish hearing about Ireland because we got interrupted by a big person and 2 little people.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Ireland was great. We got a lot of really good weather. I actually got sunburned twice there. I think I might be the first person to ever get sunburned in Ireland. Ever.
A witch, get him!
Yeah, exactly. They took me to the hospital. It couldn't make sense of it. But it was just shockingly beautiful. Got to play with a lot of animals. I got bit by a horse. That was fun.
Whoa.
Was it bad?
It hurt a lot. He bit me on my arm, my forearm, and I could actually feel my 2 forearm bones like bending.
Ugh.
But it was all in good fun. But I fed a bunch of sheep and goats, and at my Airbnb in Galway, the hostess said, "Well, I hope you like cats," as she was showing me my room, and she opened the window, and this black cat with a little white spot just came running up and jumped in the window, and she's like, "Yeah, he'll hang out in your room and in your bed." And I was like, "Oh, I guess I can tolerate this."
Oh no!
Yeah. He was really sweet.
Will he be making biscuits? Oh no!
Yeah,
I hate that.
It was just really nice. It was a great trip. And the crazy thing was the roads there, you read in the books about, they have these crazy super narrow country roads. And it's like, I grew up in Bucks County, Pennsylvania. There's a bunch of colonial era roads that have not been improved that I would drive up and down every day. So I said pish posh to your narrow road warnings. Oh my God. There are roads there that are legitimately traveled roads that would be the equivalent of someone's driveway in Pennsylvania. Just 2 tracks where your tires go, grass in the middle, completely unpaved or anything. The good thing is nobody drives there, so it's not like you really encounter anyone. But we had some really hairy experiences on the road. It's just, a lot of critters, a lot of beautiful scenery, and just it's so green, and the skies are so blue. It's just really amazing. And the people are so nice. I had the best hamburger I think I ever had in my life there, too.
Really?
Yeah, in Westport. And I took a bite of it and instantly handed it to my friend Frank. And I said, "You have to try this, because I think this is the best hamburger I've ever had in my life. And I need you to back me up."
What was it? What did they do to it?
Well, it was all local beef. So there's just cows and sheep everywhere there. So I guess all the beef is grass-fed. So it was local grass-fed beef. And it was just amazing. And we actually wound up going back there, and I got a different burger. And so, it was amazing. The cheese and beef there is just fantastic.
You sent some pictures, and it looked so beautiful. Not of the burger. I would have liked a picture of the burger.
I have pictures of the burger. I took pictures.
That. It looks so beautiful. I've never been to Ireland. I've been to Europe, but never to Ireland. And now I need to go.
Yeah, it's really beautiful. And like I said, the people were so nice. And the only weird thing, I'm just saying this as a thing, as a bit. I don't want to put Al off of going to Ireland. And I think this is going to put Al off of going to Ireland. The switches there, they have a lot of switches. Maybe this is a European thing, but there's a switch on the outlet on the wall. So in order to use the outlet on the wall, you have to flip the switch.
Yeah.
Not a switch guy, Al?
Pointless.
But wait, there's more. So there's a switch on the outlet that you have to hit to turn the outlet on.
Oh.
And then let's say there's a cable going to the electric stove. Then you have to make sure that switch is on. And then there's a switch on the stove. Al, is your head spinning? But wait, there's more. The switches, so they're outlet for or switches for lights and stuff. I thought it was just a goofy thing in the first Airbnb we were staying at, but it was everywhere. Up does not necessarily mean on for a light.
No.
So you walk into any room, one switch you hit up and the lights go on. The one right next to it you hit up and the lights go off. It's just completely random as far as I can tell.
Why all the switches?
I don't know.
Codes are
Safety.
weird. Into other countries, codes are super different. And so you have to have an off switch to the outlet close to the water, or some other, they'll have all these different rules and codes. It's pointless. Doesn't make any sense.
Al, what's the worst switch you've ever seen in your life?
Well, the thing, I hate when switches are on the outside of the room.
This.
So I'm going to go into the bathroom, flip the switch, and then go into the bathroom. You're just asking to poop in the dark. Someone's going to go through and flip that.
Be romantic.
The worst electrical experience I had was in Uruguay. You have to plug your shower head into the wall, and then if you get too close to the shower head, it shocks you.
That seems like a design flaw. I don't think you're being too picky in that situation.
It's absolutely wrong, and it's because it's supposed to heat up in this electric shower head, and you're like, I am using electrically charged water.
Oh, that's such a bad idea.
That seems like a Polish joke your grandma makes to you.
Yeah, it's literally
about an electrical shower.
Just a pipe coming out of the wall, and you just screw this electrical thing, and then you plug it in. It was unbelievable.
Oh, so dangerous.
Yeah, it was super dangerous.
Is there no hot water elsewhere in the place you're living?
No, we didn't have any other hot water. So it was that. And then you could buy like a 15 or 10 liter hot water tank that you could hang up on the wall, but that was expensive, and I was in a town of like 1,000 people in the middle of nowhere, just sheep and emus and cows, and it was like that was it.
And shock shower,
shock wire.
There was a lot of that because a lot of the houses in Ireland are older, so there's really not anywhere to put hot water heaters. So they would have these individual things in the shower that were kind of a pump that would heat it on demand. And they make a lot of noise, and the temperature's all over the place, and you get frozen right away. But my friend did get shocked by one of them, and he said, this seems like not a great idea.
It's not great. It's not
but
great. We got switches. We got to switch over the wall.
We got switches.
Yeah.
You have to flip these 3 switches to get the one switch
as you're just
to get electrocuted.
Reaching out for the switch.
Sounds
you don't want to get surprised.
Like a puzzle in Mist.
Yes, exactly. Yes. But what makes up for all of the electrocution and terrible toilet paper? The potato chips there.
I bet.
I don't know why it surprised me, but
I
they have amazing potato chips. So good. So many different flavors, like aged cheddar and this and that. And there was one that actually had like a clover spice in it.
Ooh.
Amazing potato chips.
Jeff, sorry, go ahead.
I was just curious, pandemic-wise, what was it like over there?
Oh, it was the Wild West. I mean, the pandemic, the second I stepped into LAX, the pandemic apparently is over. Yeah. Like, I was the only person wearing a mask at LAX, the only person on the plane. Almost nobody was wearing a mask in Ireland.
Interesting.
I was thrilled to get out of there without catching COVID. I was sure I was going to get it there. But I only got a bad cold. I didn't get COVID. But I have to say, I'm with Jenna a little bit on the not being in love with traveling thing. I loved being in Ireland. I loved being somewhere, but like getting there, man, I'm not into it. It was a real bummer. It was like the combination of, like, if you took the DMV and mixed it with like an open office plan and made you stay there for 10 hours. Like, that's what international travel is like. Like when you get the beam down thing from Star Trek and I can just hop into it and go, that I'm all for it. But man, international travel is a pain in the ass.
Brutal.
That's why I became really obsessed recently with, like, when do I get, and this is, and I again, I recognize this is odious, again, not a Garfield reference, where I was just like, when do I get to be one of these people who flies first class or private? Like, when does that era of my life start? And it's never going to. Yeah. But how do I get to that point, because that's the only way to make it tolerable.
Well, the other thing was I got yelled at by an Aer Lingus stewardess because I didn't put my bag in the overhead right. I know how to do that, but it occurred to me, like, so let's say you go on a trip, right? You're going on a trip. Let's say you spend $600 on your airfare. You spend $600 on lodging and $600 on meals and entertainment, right? Like, oh, that's a decent trip. There's only one portion of that trip or of that spending where you expect to get treated like dog crap. Not only do you accept, but you expect to get treated like dog crap the entire time. It's like, when you fly, it's like, it's not cheap and it should be awesome. It's like you're getting into a tube and you're going to like be in Europe. Like, they're going to serve me food in this tube going 400 miles an hour. But it's the worst experience. You spend $600 to get yelled at from like the minute you get dropped off at the curb. There's some cop there telling you you're sitting too long and you got to move. It's like you just get yelled at the whole time. It's like, you should be paying me for how much I'm getting yelled at.
Yeah, it's like you're in trouble from the beginning to the end.
Exactly. It's like every step of it is like you're about to get called into the principal's office.
Jeff, I don't know if you are a drinker or not, but did you go into like a pub? Did you have a pint at the pub?
Oh, yeah. I had a lot of Guinness. The Guinness really is different over there. It's really good. And
like the Dunkin' Donuts on the East Coast.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, it was really good. And, just that pub atmosphere was really nice. We didn't spend too much time like inside a pub. We went to hear some traditional music the last night we were there. But yeah, I drank my weight in Guinness. And the bartenders are great. Just everybody's super nice and friendly and chats you up. And, yeah, just fresh Guinness everywhere. It was really amazing. But they had a lot of other good beers, too. But, yeah, we had great weather, so we just sat outside a lot.
That sounds so nice. I think it's time to say hello and welcome to the new patrons.
Allison wants to say thank you to a couple of special people out there who signed up to be new patrons. Patreon.com/Allison Rosen.
Hello and welcome to Katie. Hello and welcome to Kiri Wan. Unless it's Carrie Wan, but I'm going to stick with Kiri. Write in and let me know if I'm saying that wrong. Signed up for texting level and an annual subscription. Paige is at the texting level, and Jessica, hello and welcome. Again, sign up for a year. Get 2 months free. Okay. Let's see. Jenna and Al, what's going on with you guys? I know you don't live in Texas, and Jenna, you're doing lots of touring coming up, right?
Did you guys move?
Yeah. We are never moving again. That's what our move last year taught us. Things are good. Yes, lots of great shows coming up. Stand-up is back, which is fun. I'm loving that. Al, what do you have going on? I mean, my day-to-day is a lot of kids, and it's great. I love it. I just got a mouth guard to sleep with.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank
Did
you.
you have to do a mold?
Very exciting.
Did you have to do a mold?
Yeah, but they do it now with this like fancy wand that just takes pictures of your mouth. It's the coolest thing ever. It doesn't hurt. It's so easy.
Wait.
So I got in. Yeah.
They don't fill your mouth with putty anymore?
Oh,
No.
that was the worst I've had.
Oh, my God.
No.
Maybe I'm open to getting one then, because I totally need to get one, but I'm like, I can't do the impressions anymore.
It was like literally like a wand that she just rubbed all over my teeth, and then magically my mouth appeared on a computer screen. It was
Sounds
so
fun.
cool.
I would do that even if I wasn't getting a mouth guard.
Well, and I have this like amazing picture of my mouth, and I'm like, those are my teeth. I recognize those teeth. This is crazy. So I just got it. I've slept with it for maybe 4 nights, and I'm doing okay. The first night was fine. Second night, I ripped it out in the middle of the night. Then the last 2 nights, I've kept it in. So progress. But I've been grinding my teeth.
I guess I don't even know what the benefits of a mouth guard are supposed to be.
So I have not great teeth, and I have one tooth in the back that I'm for sure going to have to get a root canal on.
Oh,
but
no.
I was complaining about, I just have like tightness, and my whole mouth kind of aches these days. And I thought I had something really bad, but the doctor was like, you need to calm down. You're fine. And so then they sent me to the dentist, and the dentist was like, you're grinding your teeth at night. Bad. And so I got a mouth guard, which I do think it's helping. Like I can't grind my teeth physically, so that is helping. And I think when I'm waking up at night, it's because the mouth guard is actively stopping me from grinding my teeth. So I'm waking up going like, what's different? But I wake up like a little less cranky about it.
Thank goodness.
Anyway, so that's been my real excitement on a personal level. I got a mouth guard.
That
but
is
the kids-
exciting.
I know, right? The
pretty
kids
exciting.
are great, and stand-up is back, which is like, yay. Yay, yay.
Yay. And you're doing did I hear you're doing another special?
Yes, I am. I'm going to be doing another special in the fall. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's in Chandler, Arizona. Tickets are on Ticketmaster.com.
Hype man.
Check it out.
Yeah, go to Ticketmaster.
We're
type
bringing
in
a
the
film
name.
crew in. It's going to be a big deal. So come
It's
in.
going to be
so cool.
awesome.
Yeah, buy tickets.
How did you pick Chandler, Arizona?
Just the demographics. It seems to be the right city, the size,
Good fan
the
base
people.
there.
Yeah, Chandler is on the facility we're using is on right between Gilbert and Chandler, Mesa, Phoenix, Tempe, all those areas. So you go like, this is kind of where we're trying to hit, and the rates are good.
Yeah, that too. Not New York.
I visited Sedona last year and thought it was one of the most beautiful places ever. Sedona was wonderful.
Lovely.
Did you do the pink Jeep tours?
No, I blew it though. I should have fucking gone on the pink Jeep. I kick myself every day. I grind my teeth at night because I didn't go on the pink Jeep. And the only thing that'll, I didn't do the pink Jeep. That's something, one of their like famous, tourist attractions. Maybe kind of like the duck boat tour a little bit. Yeah. I didn't do it, and I feel like such a fool, such a fucking fool.
Sedona's awesome.
Sedona was beautiful. I don't know if your stand-up location is close, but if you can do it.
Sedona is, it is. Everyone talks about it. I've actually never been. I haven't spent a ton of time in Arizona. It's hot.
A little hot.
And
We're going to Tucson for July 4th, and it's gonna I think it's like 120 degrees or something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like if we have car trouble on the way there, we are gonna die.
But it's a dry heat. It's a dry heat.
Yeah,
I can't.
It's a dry. It'll be a dry
don't even-
death
You don't notice it.
in your car.
My hair looks better in dry temperatures or in dry climates, so I'll have that going for me. But other than that, it's going to be uncomfortable.
Yeah. Just watch out. Those seatbelts, they'll burn you. But you can bake cookies in your car. So, I don't know.
That's
It's all
fun.
exciting.
That'll
Kids
be
will
fun.
love it. Why did y'all pick Tucson for 4th of July?
That's where Daniel is from, actually, and so we're gonna go
maybe I
visit
didn't know
his
that.
parents.
Cool.
Yeah, my kids have never seen like where his mom lives, and we're gonna visit his dad. And I've actually only been to Tucson once, a long time ago. So it's like we're gonna go to Daniel, where a pilgrimage to where Daniel is from, and we chose July 4th just because it was like an easy, decent time, except for the fact that it's going to be hot as hell.
Hotels are cheap,
Yeah, it's like a good time of year to go, hotel wise, not temperature wise.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We did consider Sedona though, and if we had gone, we could have done these pink Jeep tours that I'm only hearing about now.
Yeah, I know. Go and so you're not kicking yourself for the rest of your damn
There's
life.
like
Racked with
fucked
guilt.
Sedona, you like get. It's like
Magical.
You kind of transport to another place and you become someone different. You're
Is
like walking,
Sedona-
Yes.
and we bought like a Spanish music CD because I said, "Oh, I like this. What's playing overhead? I'll take one of these albums." And then you get home and you're like, "I'm not listening to the Spanish guitar all the time."
So there's Home Al and then there's Sedona Al. Is what
Right.
Oh my
There
god!
clearly is.
Completely
I'd
love
like
it.
to meet.
Open-toed
I'd like to
shoes.
meet Sedona Al. So Sedona Al.
Sedona Al showing off those tootsies.
Sedona Al needs
Showing
to meet
feet on
Island
Maine.
Dan.
Yeah,
Island Dan and Sedona Al. Now that's a podcast.
Yes.
I'd listen.
It's a Jimmy Buffett album.
So Al, tell me, since you seem to be our resident Sedona expert,
Oh yeah,
is this the place in Arizona where all the buildings have to be the same color?
I think so. Yeah, like there's a whole.
There's a McDonald's and the
It's like
arches
teal.
have to be turquoise
Yeah.
because that's the color of Sedona.
Yeah, turquoise is
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
the Austin of Arizona.
I drove by that McDonald's with the teal arches. And it
Yeah.
is so disorienting. You know, like, I guess I don't realize, like, you see the McDonald's logo everywhere, and seeing it slightly different makes you feel like you're dead. I was like, this is so fucked up. These fucking
Purgatory.
maniacs. What did they do? You feel like you're in a liminal space between heaven and hell.
But like, is the person you become in Sedona someone a little bit mystical and a little bit enchanted? Because that's what I
Yeah.
hear about Sedona, and it's
Lots of
similar to like
crystals.
what happens in Santa Fe. Evidently, another mystical,
Probably
enchanting town
You're
that I
like, "Look at
haven't
this-
been to.
Look at this clay pot. I need this. Can you
Yeah.
ship this to my house? And they're like, yeah, for $1,000. And you're like, oh, we just, yeah, it's ridiculous. This music.
Did you? Wait.
And I'm like, oh yeah. Anyway,
I'm dying. Where's the CD? Do we have
I
it
have
in
it
the house
somewhere. Yeah, I
somewhere?
have it
Because
somewhere.
I need to play
Yeah.
it.
Who were you? If you weren't with Jenna when you turned into Sedona Al, who were you with? Were you with Jolene?
no,
Who is she?
I went down there for like a family reunion, and I was very single. And like I drove my parents around. It's not a sexy story in any
It's a
way. It's very
glamorous
depressing.
story.
Yeah.
And you turned into Sedona Al. Did any of them turn into Sedona versions of themselves?
Yeah, my parents bought like a vase for like $1,000, and I went like, "What?" We stay at like Motel 6s with the VCRs because why would I pay extra? And then they bought like a vase or something. I mean, it was really weird.
When I
Do
went,
they
I
have
got
it-
my aura photographed.
You did?
Oh,
Yeah.
see? Yeah. There it is.
What did you
With
learn
the-
about yourself?
How was
like
it?
a laser wand like Jenna's teeth?
Yeah, exactly. It was just so most stores, if it's not some fucked up bizarro McDonald's, is a store with the little Coco Pelli guy on the sign. Do you know that guy? He plays the. He's you would know him if you saw him. Yeah. He's like a little
You'd know him if you
kind
saw
of like
him.
a cave drawing, a little bit of a guy who's playing a flute.
Oh,
I think,
yes.
Yeah, that's Coco Pelli.
Yeah, this is like
everyone's saying yes, but
it's
I
every
do not
ankle
know.
tattoo. There's
remember, like a million bumper stickers with him on it. Yeah.
I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna look him up.
Coco Pelli. Yeah,
Coco Pelli.
Yeah,
Sedona.
I think it's yeah, I don't really know what he represents. I'm sorry if he is a sacred symbol to someone out there, and I'm disparaging him. I don't exactly know the history, and I'm sure it's the proud one.
Oh, I recognize him. I didn't realize that was a thing.
So
a fertility deity.
A fertility deity. Okay.
Yeah.
So every sign has that on it.
I have seen him. I associate him with hacky sack.
Yes, exactly. Yes, the hacky sack. It's the official logo of the drum circle. It's that whole scene. Yeah, there we go. That's
Got it.
Yeah.
So yeah, every store has that on the sign and sells crystals, acupuncture, like do-it-yourself acupuncture books, and
Do-it-yourself.
Advertises aura photography, where you go and get your aura snapped. And I got mine and learned jack shit about myself.
I was just say, how's it been since?
But do they not?
How's it been since?
Yeah, do they not like decipher it for you?
It was one of those things like I mentioned earlier. It's like, oh well, you really like to sometimes. You really get energy from people, but you need your alone time too. It's those dumb,
so
like,
wow,
what?
Really? Yeah.
You like food, but you don't always eat it. You're not always eating food, but sometimes you do eat food. Oh, wow.
So at the end of the day, you feel tired.
Right. You feel a little tired at the end of the day.
I think the problem with these shops too is like you walk in and they'll say, here's all these shiny rocks we found. And we tumbled them and we made them and you can buy them. Or you can buy this rock tumbling kit and do it yourself. And you're like, I love rock tumbling.
I want to do home tumbling.
Yeah, you go home and you just find like concrete rocks and you're just tumbling them and you think they're going to be shiny and amazing. And it's just the worst experience ever that you paid for.
I have a rock tumbler
Do you really?
that I purchased at FAO Schwartz when I was like 8 years old. And it is still in my parents' garage, and someday I will tumble those. I mean, I don't know if it expires. We never did it. It's you have to plug it in, and I think it's very loud.
It's very loud.
I don't know why. We still have it though. I know exactly where it is.
It's a whole industry. They sell them to 8 to 10-year-olds. They make a bucket load, and you've never tumbled a single rock.
Yeah. Yeah, that is definitely one of those things that in the store it seems like a fun idea, and then you're like, I don't feel like tumbling rocks.
Right.
Take back the night, Allison. Go get that rock tumbler and tumble a rock. It's never too late to reclaim your childhood.
I know.
Take
But
it
I
to
feel like
Tucson
maybe-
with you.
But maybe rock tumblers, I got to do some research because maybe they've come a long way. Like maybe that's, rock tumblers of the past. And now they're like USB powered rock tumblers.
Silent rock tumbler.
Yeah.
That's right.
Tumbling in Tucson is my favorite Jimmy Buffett album.
You guys, this has been the most fun. Thank you so much, Jeff. Thank you for facilitating this wondrous snack chat.
My pleasure. It is a true Christmas miracle that I actually got this stuff in the mail in time.
You told us about it, and it arrived in my mailbox like a day and a half later. I was so impressed. Thank you to the Postal Service as well.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that the Postal Service has a podcast? I mean, talk about everyone having a podcast these days. Yeah, because I get the emails that tell you what mail you're going to get that day. And at the bottom of it, it mentioned that the Postal Service has a podcast.
Do you think they still
haven't
do?
Want to hear that?
Do they do stamps.com commercials? Do you think?
Oh, I bet they don't. I bet they don't.
I love that email, though, that tells you, like, hey, here's the mail that's coming into your mailbox.
Yes.
It's
I
amazing.
just heard about this.
I also love that email. That email rules. I've
too.
never
Yes.
done anything with the information, but I'm like, yeah.
I'm getting
Here
a
comes a
letter
Bed
today.
Bath & Beyond coupon.
Yeah. I
Hell
can't wait
yeah.
to throw that away. I'm going to go right out there and get it.
I can make room in my recycling bin. This is great. I can plan ahead.
Let's see. This is usually the time that I tell everyone, If you like what you're hearing, or even if you don't, please make sure you're subscribed and leave us a nice comment on Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen. 5 stars is my favorite number. We read the comments on the show in a little segment that I call iTunes Comments of the Week, good and bad. And follow me on social media at Allison Rose on Twitter and Instagram. Listen to my other podcasts, Childish and... Boy, this has been a real heavy show, which is where I say a lot. I gotta really get rid of that.
I do too.
Maybe in the 45th year of me talking into a microphone, I'll look into that. And there it is again. And Upwardly Weekly, lighthearted news podcast, comes out on Saturdays. Jenna, where might we find you?
You can find me on social media at Jenna Kim Jones. Pretty much everywhere except TikTok, because I gotta stay away from all the talks out there. And let's see, JennaKimJones.com. And I'm doing a bunch of shows coming up. So you can find all those shows at JennaKimJones.com. I'll be in Idaho, Nevada, Georgia, Missouri, North Carolina, Washington, and Arizona. It's going to be a fun summer. Come see me, Jenna Kim Jones. And we have a podcast, Couple Friends podcast, where you can hear me and #Al once a week. We'll just talk about whatever, and it's a lot of fun, and you should definitely check it out.
Do it. Al?
I am at the #Al, but I never check them and I never sign in. So tweet away. And like I said, Ticketmaster.com. Check out Jenna's show in Arizona. Come be on camera and be a part of Jenna's next show.
Do it. Jordan?
Yeah, I do a podcast called Jordan Jesse Go. It is a similar chat around to this show. If you like Allison, she's been a guest many times, a beloved recurring guest. So you can check out those eps. And yeah, I've mentioned this on the show before, but I co-wrote a sci-fi comedy graphic novel called Bubble. And if you were waiting for it to be nominated for awards to buy it, it is now nominated for 2 Eisner Awards. So if you purchase books based on them getting award nominations, now's the time to check out the sci-fi comedy graphic novel Bubble, wherever you get your books and comic books.
Wonderful. Congratulations. And Jeff, what about you?
I'm on Twitter at Colonel Jeff Fox. You can follow my hilarious cat at Big Louie the Cat on Twitter. He's more fun than me. He's going to have more followers than me soon. If you like politics, try the Hacks on Tap podcast with David Axelrod, Mike Murphy, and Robert Gibbs. They give you a little inside baseball stuff about politics. Also, The Bully Pulpit from USC, another good political show. And if you want to hear more of Allison Rosen, the latest episode of the Dana Gould Hour features a long-form interview with Allison Rosen herself.
Ooh,
just came out.
That's right. Yes, go check that out. You guys, thank you so much. This was so much fun. Listeners, thank you for listening. I love you. You matter. Goodbye.
Hey, do you know about the Allison Rosen show? We had a good time, but now we gotta go. Yeah, Allison Rosen is your new best friend.